All right, I'm on my way to grab morning coffee. We're doing a weekly vlog of the journey growing from 0 to 7 figures in 12 months, building the new brand Keen Fragrances. So I'm currently running Kiora Eyewear. We're doing multiple 7 figures already. And so now I'm testing myself to see if we can do it again with another brand in under 12 months. And like I said, it's going to be super raw, authentic conversations with you, going about my days, about what we're doing to approach the market, how we're going to be introducing the brand to the world, and how we're going to be collecting eyeballs and getting people to purchase. Coffee secured, we're going to head back home and start getting to work. Real quick, before we go and start hitting the computer, I want to talk about how we're going to be approaching, selling our product for the first time. We're going to be utilizing influencers, organic strategies, and TikTok Shop. So the goal is at the beginning to not use any paid ads to start getting the initial attention that the brand needs to start selling product. What we're going to be doing is gifting about 300 influencers product because we did an MOQ of 3,000 units. So typically when you start a brand, there's going to be MOQs for the type of product that you're coming out with. So the goal is to get your MOQ as low as possible and start with an MVP, which is a minimum viable product, which is just the baseline of a product that is going to be able to put you to market. You don't want to come out with absolute perfection at the beginning and just take a ton of time trying to perfect your product, because at the end of the day, what's most likely going to sell your product is your marketing and your sales. And the only way to learn and get the learnings from your marketing and sales messages is by starting to do it and getting attention and getting feedback from your market. And so if people are, interested in your product because you're selling it this way, and it doesn't get attention because you're selling it this way, you're going to learn those things the more you do it. So just start and get a product out as soon as possible. So we're starting with 3,000 units. We're going to dedicate 10% of that to influencers. Excuse me. To influencers who have influence. The way we're going about that is we're looking at our network of people that have credibility in their audience. So anybody who, has a good solid amount of followers and their followers are super engaged with them, we're going to be sending product out to them so they can post on our behalf or on their behalf about us and get us attention, get email signups, because the biggest thing right now is pre-launch, trying to get as many emails as possible. So when we do launch the product, we have a big list of people that we can send the emails out to and notify them right when the product's dropping. All right, so I'm going to walk us through what we're doing on the website, how the website's going to be looking, and how we're going to kind of convert customers once they get to the site. So I'll show you guys a preview of how I'm setting everything up. I'm using a theme called the CMO theme. Makes it super easy for you to portray all the messaging that you need on your site. So as you can see, the aesthetic of the brand is going to be very, old fashioned, James Bond, Marlboro Man type of style. I actually found created these photos on Midjourney. So at the very beginning of the brand, if you don't have any product photos or you don't have any lifestyle photos, you can go on Midjourney and create photos that kind of fit your brand. So for example, like this Marlboro Man photo, that's all AI. This Palm Springs cocktail hour is all AI, and same with these two as well. So what the website does for a brand is it really portrays the message and the sales angles that people are going to see when they get to the site to get them to purchase from you. So up here, we have a slider image, which is going to be similar to like the Facebook story or Instagram stories. So when they come from Instagram, it's very natural and native and feels like they're still on Instagram. That helps to increase conversion rate. So the biggest thing is when you get people to your website, how do you convert them? And so you want to create the right messaging, have all the questions that they have answered. So, you can see the product here, and then we'll go into the product. So it's super clean. You're able to see what the product looks like and show them exactly what they're going to be receiving when they do order from you. And so under here, there's going to be more information about like frequently asked questions and everything. We're still in the kind of building phases. But as you can see on the site, we do have a pop-up. So if I refresh this, the pop-up will show right away. And so right now what we're doing is we're trying to get as many people to go to the website, even though we don't have product for sale, because we're going to be getting emails from these people. We also created a landing page that I can show you. But the tech stack we're using is Klaviyo. So once you get people to your site, you need to collect the emails and have them in a segment and have them in a software that keeps everything in track. And you can also use this software to send out campaigns, create automated flows and everything like that, which is going to be a complete acquisition channel in its own on the back end. So top of funnel is going to be all the organic strategies that we talked through. But you can see so far we've launched about a month ago and we already have 333 people signed up for the list. And so the goal is as we get closer to our launch, we're just going to keep hammering social media and trying to get people to sign up from all of our videos. So this is going to be our main acquisition strategy right here at the very beginning. Again, we're trying to do everything organic because we don't want to pay for customers. We want to maximize profits so we can put the money back into the company and then supplement it with ads later on once we kind of have a flywheel and a consistent acquisition channel through the organic side of the business. So what we're going to be doing is organically posting a lot of videos on our TikTok accounts. So there's 3 of us and we're each going to start our own TikTok and just start posting short form content in hopes of going viral and getting the product out to as many people as possible. So we're each going to create a TikTok account. We're each going to post on Instagram, sharing the same videos that have performed well on TikTok on Instagram Reels. So you have another chance of going viral. Next up is our influencer gifting. We're already starting to create a list of people that we're going to be reaching out to when we're probably about 2 to 3 weeks away from our launch date. That way, you can get right in front of them, create that huge splash, and then launch right away. We don't want to start, reaching out to these people to give them samples, which we already have, but we don't want to just gift these people right now, post about it, and then, in 2 months, everyone forgot about the product. So we got to time it right. And it's typically between 2 weeks and 4 weeks. So 2 weeks or a month out from your launch, you start sending product to your influencers to get them to post about it, have them driving traffic through their Instagram stories with links that go straight to your website. Stories are the best way for people to, sell. So if you're selling a product, stories sell really well because you can create custom links in it and just send them straight to the landing page. Next up is the TikTok shop affiliate. We are setting up our shop right now. So we're going to have all the products ready to go as we launch. So right when we launch, we're going to continue to be posting constantly and hopefully we can go viral a few times before we have the product even ready to sell. And then once we're ready to sell it, then, it's going to have a huge splash. We're also going to be looking for affiliates who have high GMV. So if you go to the TikTok affiliate center, you can find people that are high GMV people. Let's see if we can hop over there. Oh, it's going to make me sign in. But yeah, you can go on the creator center and find people that have high GMV. You can filter it and see what people pop up. And then if they fit in your demographic, a big thing about this is you want people pushing your product that are similar to the people that are going to be buying your product because they create an association in their head that this person is like them and they're benefiting from it. So it's only going to be a benefit for them. So the next one we like to look at is Hotjar. Hotjar is super cool because what it does is it allows you to see your recordings of people on your website going through everything. So you can see kind of how people are moving around your website. I just deleted all the recordings from last week because I want to create new ones. I think we're on the base plan right now where you have around 200 per week to sift through. So we may be out of our recordings right now. But what's cool is you can do heat maps, and the heat map shows you where people are landing on your page and where they're clicking. So if we go through here, go to the home page, you can see that people are clicking on the logo, clicking on the add to cart button right here. A lot of people are clicking on the name or the product name, photos and things like that. And you can see that there's some interest in people looking to get more information about the product right here. So that's a good sign. And then as we start selling products, we'll really be able to see where people are going on the website if we're confusing people the way it's laid out. But the ideal, like the goal of it is to, see these red dot or these heat map icons right here on the add to cart buttons, on the shop now buttons, and making it a really easy transition on the site, because conversion rate really comes down to how easy is it for somebody to enter your website and purchase. And so you want to make it as frictionless as possible, so there's the least amount of steps possible for somebody to go and buy your product. So if you go here and you see it, you click on this if you're interested in this product, boom. So that's one click. And then if we had it in stock, boom, that's your second click. And then you get into filling out all your information. So when you're building your website, think about what is the least amount of steps possible for somebody to purchase your product, and how can you convey all the messages that are needed to answer every question they have. So hope that helps. And, we'll keep going. I'll keep filling you in on everything we're doing. So thanks for joining. So in the current phase of the business right now, pretty much what my day sums up as is making sure that the back end of everything is set up correctly, that our website is firing, we have all the plugins necessary to collect emails, and just going back and forth with manufacturers. So we're getting all of our bottles and boxes packaging made in China, and those are our suppliers over there that we're communicating with most of the time around nighttime, because the time zones are completely flipped. So when 6 o'clock comes around, I'm usually going back and forth on Alibaba for about, 4 or 5 hours, making sure that we have everything that we need, getting samples. And then once we're going into our bulk production, all of our actual body wash is going to be made in LA. So what you're going to be putting on your body is American made, and it's all FDA approved. So, we're not just like flushing it out to a Chinese company that isn't going to take care of, the ingredients and the right necessary things that you need to have a really healthy body wash. So, sometimes China can do a good job, but what we're trying to do with a luxury body wash is we want to have the highest quality ingredients. So we're using the same manufacturer as a lot of these multi-million and billion-dollar skincare companies. So they're based in LA. We're going to have a meeting next week with them that I'll bring you guys along with, but that's just kind of the day-to-day update of what we're doing. Yeah. And so here is the lab where they're going to be formulating everything. It's up in LA, so it's super close to home. And I'll introduce you to the co-founders here. This is Anna and Dylan. We're super stoked to get things rolling. So I'm back home. We're finishing off the week and we have everything rolling. Now we're just waiting for our bottles and our packaging. When we spoke to the manufacturer, they said that they're going to have the sample done by the end of this week here, and then we're going to have about 8 to 10 weeks of production time. So there's a bit of some time for us to dial in the packaging, make sure everything's set up on the back end, starting to reach out to influencers, and just making sure that, the systems are all up in place and running correctly. So thanks for joining this week, and I'll give you guys another update next week as well. So stoked to have you on board. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel and see me build this 7-figure brand in under 12 months. Let's do it.